Finally filming on a sunny day, and it feels so good. You guys can actually see the lighting capabilities of this apartment. Welcome to my August 2023 reset video. I believe this makes 1 year of me doing these resets every single month. I did not miss a month. Started last August after being inspired by my friend Carter Sullivan, who does these trends every month. She'd been doing them for a while, and I had to hop on the train, and I'm so glad I did because they're one of my favorite videos that I post every month, so I'm glad you guys like them too. I'm drinking one of my favorite drinks of July, which is a blueberry iced latte from Dunkin'. This is actually different. Today I got a different order, but if you guys have been tagging me in your stories when you guys order an iced latte with blueberry and vanilla, French vanilla syrup from Dunkin', I'm getting you guys on the blueberry muffin coffee train from Dunkin'. But today I tried their blueberry cobbler iced coffee, not an iced latte, so it's cheaper, but it's 3 pumps of blueberry, 3 pumps of butter pecan swirl, and 3 creams in an iced coffee. So in this reset video, we are going to do the typical monthly reflections, monthly goal setting, budgeting, expense tracking, content corner. I'm so excited for this month's content corner, guys, because I read some amazing books, very summary books this month, and I can't wait to share. And I'm gonna have a very in-depth deep cleaning segment. But like usual, let's get started with a little monthly reflection. So going over kind of how I felt in July, my highs and my lows. So my month overall, it was a really good month. It's one of the best months I've maybe had this year. So this proves it because this low is like not that big of a low at all. My low for July is just the fact that my skin has been at its worst in years the past few weeks. I literally have no idea. Like, I'm wearing foundation. You can't really tell. Thankfully, I haven't had to struggle a lot with my skin over the past few years. I struggled a lot with it when I was younger, but ever since college, I was pretty much okay with the occasional breakout. And I got these breakouts and I was like, okay, it's probably just like something hormonal or what I'm eating, it'll go away. These breakouts have lasted for weeks and weeks, and I'm just not loving it, especially in the summer. Usually my skin is the best in the summer. I don't know, just a little bit annoying. It's nothing huge. It's just kind of annoying, as you guys know, skin problems are. But I have a few highs. So one high was 4th of July. I like that holiday just for the fact that it's like spent outside, everyone's grilling, swimming, getting together, barbecuing, like drinking. It's so fun, and just reminds me of childhood. The day of 4th of July, I went to Dollywood, which is Dolly Parton's amusement park back home near my hometown. And we got to see my friend Nicole perform. She's a performer there. I went with my roommate Skylar and her boyfriend, and we introduced him to Dollywood. So we had a great morning at the amusement park. And then we went home and had a bunch of hometown friends come over for a pool day like we did last year at my parents' house. My parents did pizzas and grilled burgers and hot dogs. And my grandma was in town. We celebrated my brother's 21st birthday. Like, it was just such a good weekend at home. I also had a spontaneous beach trip. So I'm going to the beach in August for like my big family vacation that we've been planning for months. But I wasn't expecting to go to that beach also in July. It just kind of worked out. My parents had some work they needed to do there. And I was just like, you know what if I just flew in and also worked remotely from the beach that week. So I was only there a few days, but I filmed this Summer I Turned Pretty Inspired Day in the Life, which is one of my favorite videos I've done this summer. And it's just really pretty and aesthetic, and we vacation pretty much where they filmed Summer I Turned Pretty. It's like 30 minutes away from where they filmed it. So it very much looks like the show, and it's so pretty there. I'm so excited to go back. Like, this trip that's coming in the next week, been looking forward to since we planned it probably like late winter, early spring. Like this, I've been living for this week of this year. I can already tell you it is going to be the best week of the year. I'm just so excited. We're traveling with friends. I'm going to see Lucy, my best friend and old college roommate. I haven't seen her in 8 months. I have not seen her since January. So lots of fun things to happen in August. July was great, which I'm really thankful for. And I think August, maybe even better. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna pull out my journal. Also, I got a new phone case from Casetify. And I got one of these sticky things, suction, so I can put up my phone places to record, but it matches my journal. I got the little like lavender background on it. Okay, so we are going to look at my July goals and set some new goals for August. So If you guys watched my July reset video, you know that I was taking it slow. Like, my goals for July were very slim because I just wanted to enjoy the summer. Like, that was one of my main ones. And I think based on that recap, you can tell that I've been trying to be better about my mindset, about work, and just take some time, spend time with friends, do things that I love, go to the movies, read books about pirates and mermaids, play pickleball, watch volleyball games. Like, someone commented this on one of my previous videos and I just couldn't help but agree with it, that it is the summer of healing your inner child. I talked about this in my summer habits video, and then just with like the Barbie movie coming out, Eras Tour, Speak Now TV, like, it has just been a summer of having fun and feeling like a kid. The goal that I did not complete, my first one, was to post 2 times a week to YouTube. This happened, like the first week I wasn't able to get 2 videos, and I'm like, well, there goes that goal. I did post 2 this week, so you know, we'll keep trying for it. And I think also because this summer has been really busy with Dream Daily, I've been really thankful that ever since our cottage collection launch and like TikTok shop, you guys have been loving Dream Daily, and Dream Daily's been doing really well, so I'm so thankful for that. But it's kept me very busy, and so I just don't have as much time for long form content and YouTube. I've been focusing a lot on that TikTok page. What I will say is that I'm really proud of the videos I posted in July, and I think you guys are really liking them too. I did like a summer morning routine, I did a summer habits, the summer I turned pretty vlog, and my video with Kittle, the like my business went viral, day in the life of being a small business owner. That one's doing really well. So I'm really proud of the content I put up this month, which I feel like is important. I'd rather put up one quality video that I'm proud of every week rather than 2 rushed videos. So anyway, I hope that's okay, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I could get more content up for you, but it's just not happening. Okay, so then my next goal was to pay my quarterly taxes. This stressed me out, and I just kept worrying about it. And then finally this week I was like, I have to film this video. I cannot tell them that I did not complete this goal. So you guys, it was you all and the act of filming this video that encouraged me to complete this goal this week, and that's why I also love doing these videos, because you guys hold me accountable. So I'm proud to say I have now paid Q1 and Q2 taxes. Not a fun goal at all, but it feels really good to have that done, and I just need to stay on top of it for the other 2 quarters of this year. All right, and then my third goal that I did complete was doing half of my summer bucket list. So also in my July reset, it was like a summer reset video, and we made summer bucket lists. And so let me know if you guys made one with me, and let me know how you're doing on it. Here's how mine's looking right now. I completed over half of the things on my summer bucket list, which feels so good. It makes me feel, I know this is like, I shouldn't have to go off this list to feel like I'm being productive and like accomplished this summer, but it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm reaching my goal of having a good summer, enjoying things, enjoying my friends, and doing activities that I can really only do in the summer for the most part. And I'll go over what I still need to do. I still want to play volleyball. I've watched a lot of volleyball, but I want to play volleyball, do a paint party, do a game night, do an outdoor movie. I'm going to check off weddings after the last wedding that I'm going to. Go to a brunch, eat s'mores, and have a trivia night. So I know a few of these are coming up, and then a few of these I need to like make plans to do. But I'm so excited for August. Like I said, I can't believe it's like the last month of summer, but we're gonna make the most of it, all right? I only have 3 goals again because this summer has just been focused on like me getting in a better mental state, feeling happy, feeling healthy, that kind of thing. I feel like maybe when the fall comes around, I'll have a lot more like specific goals. The first goal is that now to complete my summer bucket list. So again, making sure I'm having time for fun. I want to film a Nashville specific video. So one of my goals for this year that I really haven't done much of is like to create YouTube videos around Nashville, like what to do if you're visiting Nashville, like my favorite restaurants, my favorite spots, hidden gems in Nashville, just because I live in such a cool city. And I did the coffee shops video. It didn't perform really well, but it was fun to do. And so I thought maybe like, even if they don't perform that well, it could be fun to create this evergreen content about Nashville. And then lastly, this is more of like a serious goal, is to order new project samples. So I have a very exciting product coming later this year in the like late fall, early Christmas season, getting you ready for Christmas and the new year. I know that's like crazy to talk about, but you have to order this stuff in advance. So my goal for August is to order the final sample, and then I can hopefully have like that photo shoot in September, and then hopefully have that launch like around Black Friday. But we have a lot of steps to get to before I can show you guys what it is. So I want to order the new sample though in August, which I think is a really good work specific goal. I would love to know what's a goal you have for the next month for August. So comment below a goal that you have for August, and we can kind of share some ideas in the comments as well. All right, so now, like I said, my apartment really needs a deep clean in the sense that I've lived here now for 2 whole months, which is crazy. It's gone by so quickly. And I haven't deep cleaned some aspects like our stovetop. We really haven't needed to clean. I have done my bathroom, but my bathroom needs a refresh. Like I just need to do some kitchen deep cleaning, like wiping down the microwave that hasn't been done yet, things like that. So we're gonna do some deep cleaning. Here's a little montage. I feel like beginning of August is a good time to do this. So it feels good for the rest of summer. And if you're going back to school, you have like a clean space for the start of the school year. All right, we're sitting at the kitchen table. I feel like this is the typical spot you do your budgeting, right? We're gonna go over my July expenses and my August budget. In case you guys are new here, I use my Dream Achieve Workbook Planner as my planner and also as my budget tracker. And then I put all of my personal expenses on my Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card. I've had it for a year now. I absolutely love it. It's so good, and it puts all my spending into a little spending summary. You can set a budget within the app as well, so it's just all super great. All right, if you remember correctly, we had a really good June. I was under budget for June. I was hopeful that was going to happen again. Just had some reoccurring like fees, like an oil change, yearly credit card fee. I guess I ate and drank out a lot and then also did too much shopping. So, well, let's break it down. My budget for July for transportation was $75. I spent $92 on gas and then another $29 on Uber and parking. So I wanted to spend $75. I actually ended up spending $101 on transportation. So we're already a little over. Then we go to eating out. So eating out, I budgeted $150. I spent $295. I did eat out quite a bit this month with friends, and like I was saying, it was just a really good month. You know, getting food at the airport and things. And what's crazy is like sometimes my boyfriend Jimmy will pay for things, so that means I spent even more than this, but it was just like not on this card. So this means I ate out even more than this, which is crazy. I also have some liquor store. I think, what did I buy? What's all this liquor that I bought? I don't even know. That's what's crazy. But a lot of money. We were way over budget there. Then with groceries, I budgeted $150 and I was a little bit over. I spent $234, almost $100 over groceries, which again, I don't know how. I literally also spent a week at home. So I don't know why my grocery bill was so much this time around, but it was. For personal, I got my eyebrows done, which is $21. And then like I said, I did do quite a lot of shopping. Bought a new phone case, bought a new swimsuit, bought a little sweater, bought some things on Amazon Prime Day. So in total, 168. So in total for personal, I budgeted $150, which was good. Like I gave myself a lot of money here, and I did spend $165. So we were closer to the budget there, but like everything so far, we have been over budget. For entertainment, I budgeted $100. Because I knew I was going to see like the Barbie movie and whatnot. This is where I was a little bit under. I spent only $29. I bought a movie ticket for an outdoor movie that's happening in September. And then also I bought a Barbie movie ticket on the discount day. So I go to the movies in the movie theater on Tuesdays at Regal. I don't know if AMC is the same, but Regal is discount Tuesdays. So tickets are significantly less money. Like normally a movie ticket is over $20, but on the discount day, they're like $10 to $12. So like 50% off. So we were under budget there. And then I did have an other category, which is going to be over because like I said, I had to get an oil change, which was so much money, which was $129. And I got a car wash, which was $12. So all of that is $141. And then I'm going to add another line for my yearly credit card bill. So to have a credit card and to get all the perks, to get the discounts, to get the reward points, you do have an annual fee, and the annual fee on this card is $95. So since it's been a year, they charge that as well. So that's $95. So let's add all this up and see how much I spent on variable expenses in my life in July. It's gonna be a lot. Okay, so in total, I wanted to only spend $725 this month, and I spent $1,059 this month, not including rent, car payments, tuition payments, utilities, anything like that. So that was a very high month, and August, we may be able to bring it down a bit. So let's flip over to a new month in my planner, and we will set a budget for August, because we need a budget. We gotta hold back on that. Okay, so setting a budget for August, I'm going to put $90 for transportation because I am driving home. I'm driving to a wedding in North Carolina. I think it's gonna be a good amount. Eating out, I'm gonna do $200. We were almost at $300 last month, so we're gonna bring it down a little bit. We're gonna do groceries at $200 as well, which is only $50 a week. How have I been doing that in the past? I don't know, but I'm not going to be here for a full week at least, so we'll try to hit 200. Personal, I'm going to try to do very little shopping. I am going to the beach, so maybe there'll be some fun things there to get. So I'm going to keep it at $100. Entertainment, I'm going to keep it at 20, just like maybe a movie ticket, maybe something fun. And then other, I'll give myself $100 as well for those expenses that, you know, are just random that you forget about. Okay, so the total that I want to spend in August is, again, close to that goal we had for July, $710. That would be ideal, like for me to spend $700 to $800 a month on just these random things, groceries, eating out, all the other stuff. That would be great. I'm going to keep that as my goal till I can reach it. All right, so that is the budgeting and expense portion of this reset. Now let's have a little bit more fun and talk about all the content I consumed in the content corner roundup. All right, we are back in my room for the little content corner. Time to get cozy. Let's talk about books, TV, and movies and music. I got my Kindle. So like usual, we are going to start with books. I read so much this month. Maybe that's why it was such a good month. I read 5 books, and then kind of like a sixth one, but I didn't count it because it was just like kind of random. It was like 2 stars and it was maybe 200 pages. So I'm not going to count it or talk about it, but this puts me 2 books ahead of my schedule. I've read 24 books out of 40 for my goal this year, and a lot of these were 4 and 5 stars. All right, starting off strong, I finally read Every Summer After by Carly Fortune, and I'm so excited. I have her list. I want to read her new book, Meet Me at the Lake, next. It came out last summer and it is 320 pages. So it's a typical like summer romance. It's giving what I wanted Emily Henry to be, but this book gave me all the good summer vibes. I rated it 5 stars. It's basically a more mature book of Summer I Turned Pretty. So it's very similar storyline to Summer I Turned Pretty, which is fine. Like, it's a good storyline. It is a book that flashes back and forth between like them growing up and them now. A lot of times I don't love books that flash back and forth. Like, I'd rather just stay on one timeline, honestly. But this book, it was so good that I honestly didn't mind. It kept me engaged. It was a bit spicy, not too much, but also I felt like it was enough to also keep you engaged. It was just, I loved it. The next book I read, I talked about on my channel in my Summer Habits video because I've just been obsessed with it. It is Daughter of the Pirate King. This is by Trisha Lebenseller. It originally came out in 2017. It's also 320 pages, but this recently had a resurgence on TikTok. So I saw it on TikTok and was like, that sounds something that I would love. It is YA, so young adult, which I don't read a lot of young adult books, but I loved this book so much that I'm considering reading more like young adult fantasy, young adult fiction books. I gave this 4 stars. So it's basically this young girl who's the daughter of the pirate who like runs all the other pirates, and she gets taken captive by kind of an enemy ship, but she does it on purpose to try and learn their secrets. So it's enemies to lovers, and it gives very much like Pirates of the Caribbean vibes. Both books in this series start with a Jack Sparrow quote, so I just knew I was gonna love it from the right off the bat. So yes, I love that. Then I also read the second book, the sequel, which is called Daughter of a Siren Queen. And I actually rated the sequel 5 stars. Like with movies, usually the first movie is better, but a lot of times with books, like the second or third book in a series, especially in fantasy, is better. So again, saying this is just like the next book in the series about the same characters. I loved it. This is 342 pages. I like the romance in the first book more, but I like the like action plot in the second book more. It had more twists and turns, things I wasn't expecting. I feel like I didn't really know how it was going to end. Yeah, it had some different twists and turns that I liked and it really kept me on the edge of my seat. I also finished this book while at the beach, so it was just perfect. Like, I was swimming in the ocean, then I'd get on the beach and read my book about pirates and mermaids, and then it was just perfect vibes. And I downloaded more mermaid and pirate books to my Kindle literally yesterday to read on this next beach trip. So I'll let you know how those are. All right, another fantasy book that I read while at the beach was The Lost Siren. This is from Rise of the Drakens series #1 by Raven Storm. This book Skylar and I got on Stuff Your Kindle Day. So it was just a free download of like an author that's not as popular, but she obviously has this whole series. I rated this book a 3. Okay, this is really has nothing to do about sirens, this first book, which got me down because I started it after the last book because I was like, oh, I want another book about sirens and mermaids, basically. This had nothing to do with that. It's about drakens, which are kind of like a dragon species in the fantasy world. It is very spicy, I will give you that. So if you're not into that, do not read this book. It was okay. It was really short. It was like 232 pages, which is the shortest fantasy book I have ever heard of. So it was like an interesting read. It was free and I read it in a few days, so nothing awful. Like, I don't know if I'm going to read the second book or not though. Okay, and then the last book that I read this month is It Happened One Summer, which has been popular for years, or maybe it came out last year, but it's a really popular summer book by Tessa Bailey. It came out in 2021, so yeah, 2 years. And then last summer, the sequel came out, Hook, Line, and Sinker, which is about the main girl's sister. That book's about a girl named Hannah and a guy named Fox, and I actually read that one last summer. So I read the sequel, the second book, and I loved the second book. I didn't even know it was the second book when I was reading it. And so this summer I was like, I have to read the first book and let's see if it's just as good. I actually think I liked Hook, Line, and Sinker a tad bit more, but this one, still amazing. It's popular for a reason. I gave it 4 stars. A lot of romance books, like typical just romance plots, are hard for me to give 5 stars. But if you want like an A+ romance book for summer, this is it. I liked how the main character, she's different than a lot of main characters in these romance books. Usually like the main girl is very quirky or like, you know, tomboy or, you know, not like the other girls. But this girl, Piper, is like an Hollywood it girl. She's kind of like a Paris Hilton type of influencer, like loves her glam, loves dressing up, and she goes to this fishing town. She gets sent there by her dad to like learn a lesson, and she meets a very ruggedy fisherman. So anyway, I loved how she was like very glitzy and glam, and they like really leaned into that, and he didn't try to change her, or like she still wore her high heels in this fishing town. Like, it was just cute like that. So I really loved the main character, Piper, and I loved how I got more backstory on Hannah and Fox from Hook, Line, and Sinker. I didn't even know they appeared so much in this book. So I loved reading this book and like knowing those characters and like getting more of their backstory. So if you haven't read either books, highly recommend for a cute summer romance. And those were the 5 books I read in July. All right, now let's talk about, what do we want to talk about next? I'll go through TV shows really quickly. So the main 2 TV shows I've watched this month are Love Island UK. Still getting through that. I'll do a recap at the end, but it's just a fun show for me and Skylar to watch together at night. And then of course, The Summer I Turned Pretty season 2. I've watched up to this point 4 episodes. I'm gonna watch the 5th tonight. So far, obviously, it's not like the same carefree, cute summer vibes. The first 3 episodes were more serious, solemn, which is fine. Like, I was expecting that. I knew it had to happen, but I kind of liked how this 4th episode, when they were at the arcade, it kind of gave those playful, fun, good feelings, good summer vibes again. So I'm hoping we'll have a good mix of like the seriousness of the season that we've seen so far, and then also the playfulness of season 1 that we all fell in love with. So I'm excited to see where this season's going. I don't love how it's only 1 episode a week. I feel like it's a show you really just want to binge, and it's better that way, but we'll see at the end of August when the season's all out, my final thoughts. Okay, movies. Jimmy and I are rewatching Pirates of the Caribbean. We watched the first one. If you've never seen them, they're all on Disney+. Such good summer movies, especially to watch with guy friends or a boyfriend who like want action. I gotta take a moment to talk about Barbie. I saw it for the first time this week, and it exceeded my expectations, which I feel like is bold to say because a lot of people set high expectations for this movie. I didn't. I was really excited for it, loved the promo, but I was just like, there has to be a reason, there has to be something wrong with this movie for them to be spending so much on marketing. I felt like they were overcompensating in marketing for this movie, and everyone was just so hype about it, and like I was excited too, but I didn't want to get my hopes up and then get let down. So I kept my expectations pretty low. Like I knew it was going to be good, but I had no idea if it had a darker side to it. People said they were crying coming out of it. So I was worried. I was like, I don't want to be in like a dark, I don't want it to have a dark look on Barbie. I was so pleasantly surprised how funny it was. I was dying laughing. Haven't seen a movie that funny in a while. Like the way the jokes are just geared towards women situations, like dating, livelihood. Like it was just so good. I love obviously the coloring, the sets, the fact that there was no CGI blew my mind because these sets were gorgeous. I want to live in this movie. I loved all the characters. Margot Robbie, this is one of the main things I've seen from her. I haven't seen Wolf of Wall Street. I haven't seen Birds of Prey, Suicide Squad, but now I want to go watch like her other films because I understand now. Like I obviously knew she was stunning, but her acting, top notch. I cannot imagine anyone else playing this. Ryan Gosling, I did not think was going to do a good job at Ken, but he was hilarious. The messaging in it, I cried, I laughed, like it was just so heartfelt. It just was like a good feel-good movie. I feel like it explained roles of women now in like 2023, where we are in like a feminist movement. I feel like it explained all that stuff really well. Anyone watching can like understand and like feel something towards it, and I don't know, I loved it. I will probably go see it again in theaters. I was so pleasantly surprised and happy with it, and just now I'm watching all the behind the scenes stuff on it, and I love it so much. So if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend watching it just because it's a good feel-good movie, comedy, wholesome, like makes you feel good, but also has some like serious messaging that's good, and loved it all. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, what you've been watching, what you've been reading this month and listening to. And thank you guys so much for watching another reset video from me. I love you guys so much, and we'll see you all in my next video. Bye.